One engine on this list has been documented by fleet operators running continuously past 500,000 miles, with nothing more than scheduled fluid changes, no major internal repairs, no engine replacement, just consistent maintenance over what amounts to 2 decades of daily commercial use. That truck is not the newest or the most expensive on this list. We start with 4 other trucks mechanics describe in almost identical terms, and end with the one that pushes that description furthest. Independent mechanic surveys across Texas and beyond consistently produce the same handful of answers when the question is framed directly. Which trucks have you genuinely never seen fail catastrophically, regardless of mileage or age? 5 trucks come up again and again in that specific framing, each for a different combination of engine simplicity, overbuilt components, and decades of accumulated proof. We start with the one mentioned slightly less often than the others, though still with striking consistency. In 5th place, the Toyota Tacoma, equipped with its 4-cylinder engine, spanning multiple generations from the mid-1990s through the 2010s, earns its spot through a combination of mechanical simplicity and one of the strongest long-term reliability reputations of any engine in the entire truck segment. Independent mechanics specifically point to the engine's straightforward design, timing chain rather than timing belt on most model years, and a documented history of reaching and exceeding 250,000 miles with nothing more than oil changes and basic scheduled maintenance. The trade-off mechanics openly acknowledge is modest power output compared to V6 or V8 alternatives, meaning towing and highway passing performance are noticeably more relaxed. But for buyers prioritizing pure mechanical longevity over performance, this specific engine and generation combination is mentioned repeatedly across independent shop surveys. In 4th place, the Dodge Ram W250, built through the late 1980s and early 1990s with the 12-valve Cummins diesel, represents one of the most mechanically simple diesel engines ever installed in a mass-produced American truck. Diesel specialists across Texas describe this engine in almost reverential terms, since it predates the electronic fuel injection and modern emissions equipment that added complexity to later diesel platforms, relying instead on a purely mechanical injection pump that many mechanics consider essentially immune to the electronic failures that affect newer engines. Documented examples in both commercial and personal use routinely exceed 300,000 miles, and a meaningful number of well-maintained examples have been documented well past 400,000. The main caveat mechanics raise is finding an example that has not been modified for performance beyond factory specifications, since this engine's reputation for handling additional power has made it a popular target for aftermarket tuning that can shorten its otherwise remarkable lifespan if taken too far. Here is where the countdown moves into trucks that mechanics do not just tolerate working on, but actively recommend to friends and family shopping for their own vehicle. In 3rd place, the Chevrolet C&K 1500 from the GMT 400 generation, built between 1988 and 1998, equipped with the 350 cubic inch small block V8, represents what many independent mechanics consider the platonic ideal of mechanical simplicity paired with genuine durability. This engine shares its core architecture with one of the most widely produced and well-understood V8 designs in automotive history, meaning parts availability remains essentially unlimited decades after production ended, and any shop in Texas can diagnose and repair it without specialty tools or extensive research. Documented examples routinely surpass 250,000 miles, and the truck's overall mechanical simplicity, minimal electronics, straightforward carbureted, or early fuel-injected systems depending on model year, means there are simply fewer components available to fail in the first place. In 2nd place, the Nissan Titan, equipped with its 5.6-liter Endurance V8, covered from a value perspective in an earlier video on this channel, earns its spot here specifically for raw mechanical durability rather than fuel economy, which mechanics openly acknowledge is not this engine's strong suit. Fuel consumption on the Titan runs noticeably higher than comparable V8 competitors. But independent mechanics consistently point to that thirstier appetite as a direct trade-off for an engine built with generous internal tolerances and a documented reputation for shrugging off heavy towing and sustained hard use without the wear patterns seen on more efficiency-focused designs. The 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty backing this engine reflects a level of manufacturer confidence matched by very few other trucks in this segment. And mechanics who service commercial Titan fleets report notably fewer major engine-related service visits compared to competing full-size trucks of similar age and mileage. And in first place, the truck mechanics describe with the least hesitation when asked which one they have genuinely never seen fail. Catastrophically is the Ford F-250 equipped with the 6.2-liter Boss V8, offered as the standard gasoline engine option across Super Duty trucks beginning in 2011. This engine was specifically engineered with substantial durability margin built into its internal components, a deliberate design choice reflecting its role as the workhorse gasoline option for heavy-duty commercial trucks, expected to handle sustained hard use for years without complaint. Fleet operators running these engines in continuous commercial service have documented examples reaching and exceeding 500,000 miles, with nothing more than scheduled fluid changes and routine maintenance, a figure that stands apart from every other engine covered in this entire countdown. Independent mechanics across Texas specifically cite the engine's overbuilt bottom end, generous cooling capacity, and absence of the turbocharging or complex direct injection systems that have caused documented issues on other modern engines as the core reasons behind its exceptional reputation. The truck built around this engine, the F-250 Super Duty, similarly carries a documented reputation for frame and drivetrain durability that matches the engine's own remarkable track record, making the combination one that mechanics repeatedly name, without hesitation, when asked what they would personally buy if long-term reliability were the only factor that mattered. Across all 5 of these trucks, the pattern holds without a single exception. Every one of them prioritizes mechanical simplicity, generous durability margins, or both, over the added complexity that defines much of the modern truck market. None of them are the newest or most technologically advanced trucks available, and that is precisely the point mechanics keep making when this specific question comes up. Complexity introduces failure points. Simplicity, combined with genuinely overbuilt components, produces the kind of documented longevity that no warranty brochure can manufacture on its own. None of these 5 require specialized knowledge to shop for safely. Ask about maintenance history. Verify the specific caveat mentioned for each platform. Whether that is towing history for the Titan, modification history for the 12-valve Cummins, or frame condition for the older GM truck, and the rest of the decision becomes considerably easier than most buyers expect walking in. If this list changed the way you look at what mechanics actually trust with their own money, hit subscribe, drop a like, and share it with someone who thinks a truck needs to be brand new to be dependable. Comment below with which of these 5 surprised you most. The next hidden reliability breakdown is coming soon.